Welcome to New Hampshire's Business. I'm Fred Coker. Here's a topic that's behind the headlines, but has been happening nonetheless. Layoffs are happening across the country and in New Hampshire, but it's happening at the very same time that many businesses face employee shortages and are trying to find help, such as in retail and healthcare. My guest has seen this firsthand and will explain the apparent contradiction, but first, here are some layoff numbers. Layoffs across the U.S., 605,000 as of October 2023. 92% of employers expect more cuts in 2024. Amazon cutting 8,000 in 24 after 10,000 in 23. Google parent company Alphabet 12,000 in 23. And CVS Health 5,000 in 2023. Now, layoffs across New Hampshire, they range from 7,000 to 15,000 per month in the 2 years 22 and 23. BAE Systems, 300, 200 in New Hampshire in March of 23. Dartmouth Health, 75, eliminated 100 jobs in June of 23. SNU, 180 in August of 23. And Boston tech companies laid off thousands in the last 2 years. How many were New Hampshire commuters and got laid off? With me to explain this is James Reedy, co-chair of the Labor and Employment Group at Sheen, Finney, Bass & Green Law Firm in Manchester, Concord, Portsmouth, Upper Valley, and Boston. Welcome.
Thank you.
Nice to have you in the studio.
Good to see you.
You're a lawyer, but you have to be part economist to explain this one. You say you're seeing layoffs happening among some of your clients, but you say they're wider and deeper. Why so?
Wider and deeper because the robust job market of the last 2 years seems to have evaporated. And now we're feeling the effects of not only national but even global recession of sorts, but contracting economy.
Two of the big layoffs that people will recognize were Bed Bath & Beyond and the Christmas tree shops that have locations in New Hampshire. And when that happens, there's some legal issues, as you well know, you deal with them. And one of those issues is the WARN notices, which many people may not realize is involved.
Right. The WARN Act is a federal statute that deals with employers of at least 100 employees that lay off in either a planned closing or a mass layoff at least 50 employees. And it's a notice requirement, 60 days in advance of the separation, either that or pay and benefits in lieu of 60 days notice. So
W-A-R-N, WARN. Clearly, inflation, the fear of recession has led to profit margins being fueling layoffs. And do you expect them to continue in 2024?
I do. They usually spike, Fred, in the period of mid-November, December, and early January. But they happen sooner in 23. They were deeper in 23, and they're predicting, economists are predicting, as early reports even out today, that it could be even deeper in 24.
Deeper in 24. That's not good news. As I was looking at New Hampshire layoffs, and here's where I think there's a little brightness for New Hampshire. It was clear that most businesses don't want to talk about it, number one, that New Hampshire-based businesses don't have quite as much layoff as their counterparts elsewhere, and that many of the New Hampshire layoffs are workers who went across the border to work in tech companies in Massachusetts that laid off thousands.
Right.
In the last couple of years.
Right. That's right. The tech economy especially hit particularly hard with those massive layoffs that you mentioned. And a lot of, given the proximity of Massachusetts to New Hampshire, a lot of people did commute there. But there is an advantage to the New Hampshire economy still.
Still, yeah. So we don't like to talk about layoffs, but they're a reality, and they're probably going to be headlines this coming year. Now, you see a few bright spots in New Hampshire coming up this year, and you've been around this state a long time. You deal with businesses and with leaders in the state. What do you see that's a bright spot?
So the New Hampshire advantage, the quality of life, but also our tax structure and the business-friendly environment and the push for affordable housing here for the workforce of the future. So I think there is a real advantage to being in business in New Hampshire.
I always say New Hampshire seems to be more sane than some other parts of the country. That's what I say. Thank you. Jim Reedy, co-chair of the Labor and Employment Group at Sheen, Finney, Bass & Green. Thank you.
My pleasure.
And if you missed part of this briefing on layoffs, you can go to WMUR.com, where it will be posted all this week.